Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. This is my last video for tonight. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I am in a good place, and hell no, I am not giving up on love. If you've been with me long enough, you know I have an unwavering crush on the flawlessly beautiful and dangerously sexy Zeta Zhang. I would go as far as to say that I am in love with her. However, she does not know that I exist. I am probably nowhere near her league, and I probably have a snowball's chance in hell. Now, if you're as optimistic as me, we all know that a snowball's chance in hell is still a fucking chance. It's a very slim chance, but I also believe in miracles. So now we got all that shit out the way. Seriously though, I don't want to give up on love, but I will honestly tell you that thought has crossed my mind almost every single day. But for all you people who have somebody, and if they're treating you right, and they're treating you great, and if they're willing to move heaven and earth and even catch a bullet for you, you should probably keep that person. All right? You should probably keep that person. I had a girlfriend once, way back in 2008 to 2010. Had I not met her, everything that I've done today wouldn't have come to pass because I met her when I was in a bad place, and she took me to a good place, only to body slam me back into a bad place. I still have the rings. Anyway, you learn a lot from that. And I learned that I should just love myself because I am either completely unlovable or I'm a hopeless romantic or both. But I'm in a good place, and I would never tell anybody to their face personally that they should just give up on love. I don't believe that anybody's unlovable. There's just some misunderstanding. Also, hurt people ruin people for the next person that probably could love them for the rest of their life. And you have to understand that as a hurt person myself, I've made two promises. The first promise is to never hurt someone else because I was hurt. Most of the relationships I was in before my last girlfriend, who I attempted to marry, I was in relationships with a bunch of cheaters. Alright? And because of some personal issues, I have sworn off cheating. So any girl who's going to date me, you need to understand this now. The only way I'm ever going to cheat on you is if I'm drugged up. One, I don't do drugs. I will never do drugs. Drugs have ruined my family. So no weed and no injecting of anything. I'm also dreadfully afraid of needles. So unless I get a hip replacement and a nurse sexually assaults me, you don't ever have to worry about me cheating. I don't believe in cheating. You can control where you stick your dick. Alright? Now, on the flip side of that, you cannot stop your girlfriend from riding someone else's dick. You're either going to trust her or you're not. And if you have trust issues, you should probably put that to the table. If you are a jealous person, you should not be in any relationship outside of being a swinger, because that way you're never going to be in a relationship without knowing what the fuck is going on. If you're going to be in a poly relationship or whatever the alphabet community calls it, where you sing everybody, I think it's pan. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I'm not in the alphabet community. Look, I love lesbians. I will date lesbians, but I prefer single and straight women. All right. If I can have two girlfriends at the same time, and they're both biologically women, and we have a family and all that other stuff, I can deal with that. However, I only have one girl in mind, but I do have other girls that I like, but one girl specifically that I like the most. And again, she doesn't know that I exist. Anyway, I do believe in miracles, and if God is going to make it happen, it's going to happen. And if not, well, I don't want to die alone, so maybe God will perform another miracle and make some of the other girls that I like actually know that I exist and take me in. Anyway, the point being made is that, you shouldn't give up on yourself. If you choose to give up on love, I'm not going to say anything against you because I gave up on love before I had met my fiance because of all the cheating chicks that I have dated. One or two almost cost me my life. So, there's that. But, here's the thing. Hurt people hurt other people. But my ex-fiance from way back in 2008, that now you can see that I've been in situationships since then and no relationships. Because I want real. I want fully committed, and these are your requirements. You can't have children. I'm not going to date a woman with children, especially if she has daughters, because I'm not going to be accused of shit. Alright? If you have pets, Understand this respectfully and lovingly. They're your pets. They're not my pets. Now I'm going to explain that before anybody comes at me, especially women with pets. It's not that I don't like pets. It's that it's your pet. Because I have been forced to take care of a 23-year-old kid's pet twice, 3 times. And another 23-year-old kid who just turned 23 not too long ago, who has a kid of his own, but won't come and tend to this goddamn dog that I have to walk every fucking day. I have to clean up the dog shit. I have to fucking feed this bastard. And again, I have nothing against the dogs personally. I don't hate dogs. I don't hate pets. But I am not a pet person. If I'm going to get a pet, it's going to be a bird or a goldfish or a lizard. Something that's not high maintenance, that I don't have to walk everywhere to exercise this son of a bitch. Or I'll get a cat. Because cats pretty much can poop in the litter box and go about their business. Where dogs, you have to walk these fuckers, you gotta clean up behind them. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate dogs. I just hate the aftermath of dogs. I hate other people's dogs who don't clean up behind their dogs. I hate people who get dogs but don't bear the responsibility of tending to the dog's needs. A dog is a pet that takes a lot out of you. Alright? Understand that. And if you have that and you can take care of those dogs, I'm with you. And if I'm your boyfriend, I'm with you. I will walk the dogs with you in the rain. And if you're out of town and I'm at your house and we're living together, I will walk the dogs in the rain. I will clean up behind the dogs because I love you. But at the end of the day, they're your dogs. Remember that. If you're sick and hurt and can't move, or if you're on your period and you just don't feel like it, I will step up as a man and take care of your animals. But at the end of the day, they're your animals. Alright? And the only reason I'm like this is because bad experience after bad experience after bad experience with other people's pets have made me a grim aggressor man. Now, some people are very responsible with their pets. I love y'all. And I love your pets. You know why? Because you're responsible. And you clean up behind your pets. You pay for their shots. You pay for their dog food. You do go above and beyond for your pets. But for you irresponsible pet motherfuckers, people who buy puppies, and then when the puppies go from this big to this big, and then you don't want it anymore, and then we're stuck with the motherfucker. Yeah, I don't like y'all. I don't like your pets. So, a few years back, that same nephew who has this little dog up here, who doesn't spend 5 fucking minutes with this dog, got a dog. I had recently had a hip replacement. And it was before my other nephew, who has this other irresponsible dog that he was irresponsible for because he let the dog shit everywhere. And he kept laughing at me because I was always stepping in the dog shit. And I said, okay, 2 things. Karma doesn't forget an address. And you need to teach your dog to shit in the very back, or you need to clean the shit up. And he wouldn't do either. Until the day he stepped in his crisp, clean, white shoes in dog shit. After laughing at me stepping in 2 pounds of dog shit at the same time while trying to clean up a 3rd pound of dog shit. Alright? And now you understand where my disdain for people who have animals but refuse to take up the cleaning job behind the animals and treat the animals like they're your children, like they're actually your responsibility. So we still have that dumb dog, and she has retarded brain farts. And then the nephew currently, who's alive, has gotten the 2nd dog, which technically is his 3rd dog, who is no longer cute and cuddly. And we're stuck with the bitch. And I have to clean up behind this bitch every fucking day. Alright? So you can understand why I'm pissed off. I would give you guys more context, but it's only going to make me more angry. Flashing back to the dog he had before that they got these 2. He had this other dog. And this poor dog spent half the day in the cage and half the day on a leash to spend the rest of the night in the cage. Why do you have the dog? And then he didn't even come spend time with the dog. And whenever the dog escaped, my cripple ass had to go chase this fucking dog. Let me explain, because you guys don't think I'm crippled. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you my testicles or any of that shit. You know, I drop out, climb up here. Alright. So you see this big ass scar right here? No, I don't wear thongs for a living. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? This is my hip replacement scar. Service connected. I don't know, anybody could wear a thong. Anyway, I don't know how any man could wear a thong. Anyway, I've almost been destroyed by deers trying to retrieve a dog from, let's see, 2019. Hold on. I missed something. 22, 21, 20. My man's been dead for 3 years. So, yeah. See, he's like 20 years old when he got that dog. Or he was 19 turning 20. Because we had the dog for a very long time. And we told him not to get another dog. Now, prior to that, he had a dog before that. She got cremated. And she was buried. Well, technically, she was put in a box. But she's ashes. And when she was small, cute and cuddly, he got her when she was like 8. So she lived until he was like 21, 22, because she just got cremated like a year or two ago. So that was his first dog. And the other dog that I had to chase, and I almost got hit by a deer like 3 or 4 times in a neighbor's yard with my hip replacement. Do you know how hard it is on your leg to dive out the way when a fucking deer with some antlers are coming at you? It's not a fun experience, especially when you had a hip replacement. So I had to dive out the way at least 3 times because of this dumbass dog. And they finally sold the dog to somebody for like $200 or whatever. And that dog was the happiest dog ever. And of course, on the day they sold it, the little fucker escaped. But they caught it by the time he got to the end of the block. So hopefully that dog is doing well. And yes, I literally told my nephew that if I was his dog, I would have thrown myself in front of a truck for the treatment alone. And this is why I say, if you're going to have an animal, you have to be responsible. At the end of the day, you have to remember that it is your animal. And if you're going to date somebody, don't put too much expectations on them with your dog. You have to be fair and realize they're coming into a relationship where you had the dog before they got there. And you have to treat them properly and fairly. And most men, if we're with women, we will step up and help them with the dog. But at the end of the day, woman has to remember, you had the dog before you had me. And you probably would rather have the dog than me. So I always know that I'm going to have one foot out that door when it comes to me and your dog. Because I know you're going to pick the dog over me any day of the week. So I'm just putting it out there that, I will step up when necessary, but only when necessary. Don't use me and abuse me for your pet. Because I've been through that shit for other people who should have never had gotten pets in the first place. We're on this kid's 3rd dog. And just like the other 2 dogs, he didn't pay for the food, he didn't pay for the shots, and he's a grown-ass man. I'm done doing grown-ass people stuff, alright? For other grown people who don't have a hip replacement, who are fully capable and young enough to do the job themselves, and also have been told, don't get the fucking dog. Yet, my family, my nieces, my nephews, for the most part, live on, fuck you, I do what I want. But doing the right thing is not what I want to do, because it's a crime, where I can do the right thing and just get the shit over with. Or, no, fuck that, I can do what the fuck I want. Anyway, this is why I wrote the song, fucking giving up. It's easy to do. And it really is. It is easy to just say, alright, I've been hurt one too many times. I'm not going to put myself through this shit one more time. And I feel that way almost every day. But then, if I don't put myself out there, I'll never know the beautiful miracles that could be. Alright? So I would never tell anybody in person that you should just give up on love. No, you shouldn't. I would tell you to fight for your love, unless you wind up going to court like I had to go to for harassment for trying to win somebody back. But there's a reason for that. And the reason was, and you guys don't have to agree with this, you can take her side and I wouldn't be mad at you, but you can't break up with somebody every other day and then bring them back. See, that was the malfunction on my end, because we broke up almost every week. For 2 years, we broke up for almost every week. So sometimes I couldn't tell if it was a real breakup or if it was I need space. Of course, the last time a girl asked me for space, she cheated on me and then had the nuts to bring the bastard to my house and tried to say it was her cousin. And then he probably still has a scar to this day on his chin for when I kicked him off my porch. Anyway, that being said, I would never tell anybody to give up on love. I haven't given up on love, but I am extra cautious now. All right, extra cautious. And about the women with children, if it is a baby, boy or girl, and like you just had it, there's a slim chance I would date you. But we gotta set some boundaries because I'm never gonna be in a room with your child by myself. I'm not picking your child up unless it's a fucking emergency. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm not gonna be in any situation where your child can lie on me because your child doesn't like me. And yes, children do lie. There has been a case about it. I did a video about it, about the McMullen case. It's something happened either in Florida and California, where the family were babysitters. Nobody molested the kids, but they tried to shut the whole place down. The family went through so much hell. There's no way in hell I'm putting myself through that shit. So if you have children, forgive me. If you want to have a situationship, we can do that. If you want to have a relationship, it's gonna take work because I don't trust nobody's kid. I'm sorry, I don't trust nobody's kid. You know, I do not change diapers of little girls. I don't want to change diapers of little boys. So there's no chance in hell I'm changing diapers. That's just not a fucking option. Because the first thing somebody can say is, "Oh, they saw you change the diaper the wrong way," and next damn thing you have to wipe shit off the baby, front to back, boy or girl, front to back. Now, I'm not putting myself through that shit. Not a chance in hell. So there's that. And I just have really bad trust issues. But again, I would never tell anybody to their face to just give up on love. Don't. Just be careful who you love. And before you procreate with that person, get to know them, talk to them. Because if I'm with somebody who doesn't want to have children, I'm okay with that. I'm 50 years old now. Any chance that I had of having children, my siblings ruined that for me because they wouldn't stop having children, so I never got the chance to go out and start a family. So that could be a twist of fate, and the girl that I'm chasing doesn't really want kids. So, and she also still doesn't know that I exist. But, other girls that could be in that possibility also don't want kids. And it took me a long time to accept the fact that I'm probably never going to have kids. I'm not happy about it, but I've also accepted it. And at 50 years old, I never got the chance to fucking be a kid. So I don't have kids. I mean, it's no big fucking deal. The only downside is that I won't have a legacy outside of all the videos that I've done. So that's pretty much it. And those toys will probably be my legacy. And comic books. Anyway, that being said, I've taken too much time from your day. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Comfy Ever number 2. Be seeing you. I love you guys.